Hello and welcome. So we are back again. Yay. We have Lily with us again tonight. So that's pretty awesome. Thank you for coming, Lily.
Yeah, I enjoy coming.
And it's almost Christmas. Yay. Happy birthday, Jesus.
Yeah.
Yay. Woo. So we don't really have an agenda or an itinerary. We're just going to kind of chit chat and see where that goes. So we'll see where we end up. I did have a thought about, I was thinking this morning on my way to work about church. And I was thinking about all the people in the world who maybe are unsaved or they are, they have a relationship with Jesus, but they don't have a church. They don't have a church home. And it just kind of reminded me of myself when I first started, and I had this real reluctancy to commit myself to church. Like I was sold out for Jesus and I was ready for it, but like church was intimidating for me. Mm-hmm. Do you think that kids your age, do you ever hear them say things like, because we as adults, this is what I hear often. Oh, I'm spiritual. Oh, I pray. Oh yeah, I don't need to go to church because I have God in my living room or whatever.
I don't hear a lot of, I don't need to go to church, but there is a lot of, oh yeah, I pray, I believe, I do this, I do that.
Yeah.
But I also don't see a lot of Christian teenagers in my schools or anything that I can visually tell, oh, that's a Jesus lover.
Yeah, right.
I only know maybe 2 girls.
Okay.
And both of them go to church.
Yeah, they already have their own church.
Yeah.
I wonder if it has to do, and maybe Corey could chime in for a second, but if it has to do with the family unit. Like, because our kids didn't go to church. Because we didn't go to church. You know what I mean?
I would say, yeah, it has to do with, your upbringing of whether or not your parents are, churchgoers.
Right.
Because if they're not, then...
Yeah.
You're not.
And I heard, because speaking of kids, I watched a little video the other day of a pastor, and he was speaking about kids going to church, and he was like, make your kids go to church. And he's like, all the time I hear people like, I'm not going to make my kid go to church because I don't want him to be...
You don't want to push it on
I don't want to push it on him. I don't want to do this. And his example was, if you tell your kid to clean his room, does he clean his room? Is that the expectation? Or is it you don't want to make him have to do the work, so you don't make him clean his room? No, you make him go to church because they need that. Because even when they become old and they have that choice that they can make, which God gave us choice, we have free will, we can do, we can choose to do whatever we want to do. But as... once they get old enough to make that choice, they already have that solid foundation that church gives them and the things that.
Yeah, I think it puts a good foundation.
Yeah.
In place.
It can't.
Even if you take your kids to church and by 12 years old they're like I don't want to go to church anymore. There's a solid foundation of right and wrong already.
Right.
Built into what you've quote unquote forced them to learn.
And who Jesus is. But I think that also speaks to the fact that you have to be walking the walk, not just going to church. I mean, we could go to church every day. It wouldn't do us any good if we didn't have an intimate relationship with the Lord.
Yeah.
And I just think that we don't fundamentally. We don't. I mean, Corey and I did not attend church up until recently.
So we started coming to this one.
You went to a Christian school, right?
Yes, but it wasn't always like that. So.
Oh, okay.
I've got a little bit of dabbling in and out throughout my younger years. Because when I was really, really young, my entire family, my mom, my aunt, and my grandma, and my cousins and everybody, went to this Baptist church.
Okay.
We didn't like it there, but we stayed there because our family was there. And after a while, we kind of just strayed away from that. And then my Nana moved, and then she started going to church by herself because then, families are all separated. Nobody's really getting together. And I didn't go to church with my mom at all for a while. But I had that foundation that church gave me. And what really helped that was music.
Okay.
Because my dad, in my dad's car, he would listen to Family Life Radio every single morning before school.
Okay.
And so that was kind of like my church. That was what I went to.
Yeah.
That's what I loved to do, loved to listen to. And I still didn't go to church like with my dad or anything until my mom started coming here.
Okay.
And that's when I at first I was reluctant because oh, church, I don't want to do that because I don't know these people,
Yeah.
And then I came here and it was like, oh, hey, I know this person, I know that person, and it kind of helped me get through that. But music was my church for a long time, and I actually kind of love that idea because I love music.
Yeah.
And it also helped my mom, I think, because every morning in the car before she found Jesus, it was like, hey, Mom, can we listen to Family Life Radio?
Yeah.
And she'd always say, not today, or, yeah, sure, whatever. And so I would be singing the songs, and she'd kind of just be driving like normal.
Yeah.
Until one day I caught her singing.
Oh. That's hilarious because I would listen to Family Life Radio in the car, and also my own. And Isaiah rode with me all the time. And one day I caught him singing it, and I was like, "Look, what are you singing?" He's like, "Well, you play it all the time."
Yeah. It gets that foundation started out for you because music, you don't realize it, but you listen to a song enough, it gets stuck in your head. You're humming the tune throughout the day, and then you're like, maybe I should actually listen to the lyrics of the song.
Yeah.
And then you listen to the lyrics, and it's like, oh my goodness, that's what that means?
Yeah, we were just talking about that in the car. That's funny. We were talking about it's just been a few weeks, but somebody had said, or I watched a video or something, and it was like, this is the lyrics of this song. And so we looked up lyrics to a song that we've heard our entire life. And when we looked up the lyrics, it was shocking. Mm-hmm. It was shocking because it was literally like
Satan had wrote the song himself.
Yes. And we were talking about that on the way here, music is phenomenal. I'm with you. There is church in my car day in and day out. Whenever I'm in that sucker, we are praying, we are worshiping, we are singing, it is church. So we don't recognize, and I told him, if the enemy, if you want to destroy people, if you're out to get people, what better way to do it than to do it so smoothly and so intricately that they don't realize that you're doing it. Yeah. You are feeling good. Music makes you feel good. So you listen to a song, you like the beat, you like the music, and you listen to it. And then 20 years later, you've been listening to this song, and then you read the lyrics, and you're like, oh my goodness.
Yep.
What have I been doing?
Everybody knows that song. Literally everybody.
Yeah.
What song is it?
It's called Sympathy for the Devil, and it's by the Rolling Stones.
I don't think I've ever actually heard that.
Well,
I bet you have.
Don't hear it.
I probably have, but
I bet you
I
have.
don't listen to a lot
Don't
of
hear
the
it.
Rolling
You're not
Stones.
allowed. I'll tell your mom. But,
Okay.
No. But it just speaks to that music is powerful in the things that we take in.
Well,
sometimes we don't recognize.
And you wouldn't recognize it, unless you're reading the lyrics as you're listening to it, or you know the lyrics word for word. It's really
upbeat,
an upbeat kind of happy-ish type song.
Yeah.
You just wouldn't put them together. But then when you read the lyrics, you're like,
oh my goodness.
shut that off immediately.
Yeah, I was like, Corey. He's like, that's crazy. I'm like, yeah. But
There was a song that I used to listen to like 102.5 on
Right.
radio all the time. And there was this one song, and I heard it forever, and then suddenly they just stopped playing it. And I couldn't figure out what song it was. But it was I Hear a Voice and He Calls Me Redeemed. Is that song? And they were playing it on the regular radio.
Ah.
And then when they stopped playing it, I was like, that's weird. A couple of months ago, I heard it on Family Life Radio. But when I was younger, I didn't understand the lyrics, so I thought it said, I hear a voice and he calls me Medine. Like, I thought it was an actual name. So, it, like, you can listen to the lyrics of a song, but unless you have the lyrics pulled up in front of your face, you can't actually tell what they're saying.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's the same thing with Christian music, which I also really like, because you can listen to a Christian song and not realize it's a Christian song.
Yeah,
Like,
sometimes, yeah.
There's a lot of rap songs that I get my friends to listen to that they don't realize are Christian songs.
Yeah.
Or like, there's this one song, it was on almost all social media platforms for a long time, and it was Soldier Poet King. And if you listen to the song, it's like an upbeat, happy song, and it's kind of like a fantasy song too, which I really like. But anyways, you can't tell that it's a Christian song unless you look at the lyrics and you're like, Crown of Thorns? That sounds familiar.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's music is a good way to introduce your friends to something without introducing your friends to something.
I agree.
It's a gateway.
It is. And I have this friend, I've known him for a really long time. He's done some really bad things. And I was talking to him the other day, and he keeps telling me, well, I can't be a Christian. No one would accept me. That's not going to work out for me. And I heard him the other day listening to that song.
Ah.
And I waited, and I waited, and I waited until the song was done. And I looked at him, and I go, you know that's a Christian song, right? And I'm on the phone, but his head pops up into the screen, and he goes, what? That's not a Christian song. Yes, it is.
Yeah, it is. You're right. It is a gateway, but it's also as much as it's a gateway to the good, it's really literally a gateway to the bad.
True.
Too.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't have.
That's how gates work. They
Yeah.
open.
Both ways.
Oh, that's how gates work. Oh man.
It's like you open it up, and it's like a fork in the path right after you open the gate.
Right.
It
Where you get to choose.
Depends on which way you go,
Mhm.
really. I always like the pictures that you see where it's got the really narrow path versus the really wide path. And
Mhm.
like everybody's going one way and there's like 3 or 4 people going the other way.
Yeah, and it's like I make a choice. I generally, as a rule, do not listen to anything that's not Christian music. Because for me, I'm just not willing to compromise on that. That's my steadfast. I'm not willing to compromise on that because I don't want to open doors inadvertently. I think music has the potential to do that. When you're singing and you don't.
Yeah. That's a for sure thing because when I listen to music, I mostly listen to Christian music. I try to stay with Christian music. But my dad in the car, he listens to a mixture of everything. He listens to opera, orchestra, he listens to old rock and roll, Christian, like everything.
Yeah.
And when I listen to music like in my headphones, I'm like, I try and analyze the song, but then it takes me away from whatever I'm doing. So like it's kind of like is this a good song or a bad song? I have to find out before I,
Yeah.
you know. And there's a lot of people that like have really good songs, but then like you're not actually listening to the lyrics, so you don't understand.
Yeah.
And that happened with me. One of my favorite artists. Love him. Love the band, love everybody. Until I found out that they were worshiping a demon.
Yeah.
And it's the band that I told you about
Yeah.
at the diner.
Yeah.
And you were like, you know they worship a different God, right? And I'm like, what? Wait a minute. And they were on my Spotify Wrapped, and I'm like, that's how much that I liked this band?
Yeah.
And I was like freaking out about it. I'm like, I gotta get everything out of here. Like every time I heard a song, I like hide, skip that song, not listening to it.
Yeah, and you just don't realize it because
Yeah.
it brings you joy because music is meant to bring you joy, and you don't realize. You know what I mean?
Unless you're listening to a sad song.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, that's true.
I listen to sad songs like only if I'm in a sad mood. Like if I need to cry, I'm like, I'll play a sad song.
I love the progression of sad songs. I feel like a sad song, like a good ballad, tells like this gigantic story
Yeah.
of like whatever. And like, yeah. So that's why I like ballad. I feel you there. That sometimes sad songs, I don't even need to be sad to listen to them. I just find the beauty
Yeah.
in the emotion and in all the things that the song
I like
presents.
listening to slow, sad songs, but playing slow, sad songs. Because, like, for marching season, we have to have, like, upbeat songs, but we also have to have at least one ballad.
Okay.
I hate playing them so much.
Lily's in band, by the way.
Yeah, clarinet, woohoo!
Yeah.
But playing them is so much different than actually listening
To them.
Yeah, because, like, the song, no, I can't remember it. Oh, my goodness. I'm trying to remember. Ed Sheeran. It's an Ed Sheeran song.
Thinking out loud.
I think so. Or it's, like, the Dancing in the Dark.
Dancing.
Dancing in the Dark. That one, yeah.
I don't
And
know. Okay.
I love that song.
Yeah.
But when I had to play that song, whew, it's slow, it's difficult, it's a lot of memorization. And I just don't like it.
I don't think we realize. Corey's a musician, so and I'm not. And I think that so much more goes into music than we can even imagine. You know.
Minor chords. Sad is minor.
Yeah.
Sad is minor.
Happy
Interesting.
is major.
Generally, or
Almost always.
Always.
what if you wrote a minor chord song with happy lyrics?
It's been done.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's been done.
Very
Okay.
few times, but
Okay. Curious. Anyway, so we got on music, which is cool.
It's easy.
But
My favorite.
mine too.
we talk about music. Corey and I's whole relationship is founded on music. I mean, our wedding vows are a song. Music has always been our thing, and it probably was really hard when
We used to sit on LimeWire for hours.
downloading
Every
songs, and burning CDs. So like we had all the stuff. Yeah, yeah.
I
it was,
always have my headphones on.
Yeah.
I have, I think, 106,000 minutes.
I'm like
Or
an,
66,000.
I'm like an encyclopedia for music.
Yeah,
You are too, though. You're pretty good.
yeah. Well, it's because I've always loved it. It's always been a thing that, I mean, when I was 6 years old, I remember playing on my swing set in my mom and dad's house, in the backyard, singing songs, making them up as I go. I was like, I'm going to be a star.
I do that too. I still do that.
You do, you?
actually. If I'm bored, like late at night, I'll just lay in my bed and stare at the ceiling and be like, Jesus. Like, I'll sing whatever I'm thinking.
That's
you know?
funny. I do, because I will sing to Levi sometimes, and I don't know. I was like, I don't even know what to sing, so I just sing random stuff, whatever, to a melody or a tune. Yeah, but I mean, it's music is, like you said, it's like church. In my car, there's church in my car sometimes.
Yeah.
It's serious
Me too.
church in there. And it's like all going through the motions too. It's like sometimes I'll be crying, and other times I'm so excited, and other times I'm like, okay, we got to get to business. You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
gotta. And then sometimes I'm like, this happened this morning. So I was praying, as I always do in my car, and I always have the music just a little bit up, like I can't hear it. And I was just about done with my prayer, and then Hard Fought Hallelujah came on from Brandon Lake, and I was like, God, please, can I listen to it? Because I love it. And then I just sang my whole heart out to him, you know what I mean? And it is, music is life.
One of my
It's a universal language.
It is. Because, like, when we were down in the Dominican and we were teaching the songs and the dances to the kids, I didn't know the words, but I knew the tune. So I was just like, yeah, I love this song. Let's go. But I don't understand Spanish.
Right.
So I didn't understand what they were saying. But I could feel what they were saying, you know? And one of the first things I did when I got the keys to my car, I can't drive yet, but I have the keys to my car.
Okay.
One of the first things I did was I went out there and I set my radio stations. That was the first thing I did, was I set my radio stations. And my brother's borrowing the car right now because his is kind of broken down. But a couple weeks ago, I wasn't feeling the greatest. I was having these mood swings. I was like, I didn't know what it was. I was angry all the time. I was sad all the time. I was just, everything everybody did was just so annoying, and it felt so personal.
Yeah.
So one of the first things that I was thinking about was, how can I get out of this? You know, what's going on? How can I fix it? And I had music in my ears. And I was like, well, I can't really play my music super loud in the house. So I went out to the car, and I just turned the volume all the way up, and I was just jamming out in the car to Christian music. It was like, heck yeah, man.
Yeah. We a lot of times, if we hear a good song and it's very intricately, musical with guitars and the bass and the drums, and you hear it, when you hear it in the car, it's so much different than if you're
just playing it on your phone.
Oh
or
yeah.
whatever.
So I'm always like, Corey, let's go on a drive. You want to hear this song? You gotta hear this song. It matters.
I like the way my eldest brother has one of the cars where you can turn the bass up really loud and have everything else you can adjust it. And I like having the bass more because you can feel the boom of the music.
I'm 45 years old, and I'm going to tell you what, if somebody was like, I want to put a system in your car, I would be like, please do,
yes,
because I'm going to rock Jesus through this whole town.
And I can't listen to music if it's just a little bit. You said you were praying and you had to have it a little bit. I can't do a little bit. I can't.
You gotta have it all loud.
Yep, Mom has it turned down really. It's either really quiet or there's nothing, and it's just awkward silence. So I'm just boop, and turn it all the way up. And she's like, "That's too loud." I'm like, "Well, I can't have a little bit of music. It's either all or nothing. There's no in between."
Me too. And then sometimes I'll turn it up and I'll be like, "What do you mean that's it?" I need more.
Yep.
Yeah, I feel that.
Because the loudest it can go sometimes doesn't feel the loudest it should go.
Yes, I totally agree. And
that was one of my favorite parts when I was driving in the car with my dad, because my dad is a big music geek too, is like I said, he would have Family Life radio playing.
Yeah.
And he wouldn't almost never have it on low. He would have it all the way up. And so I remember one day the car broke down. And he was freaking out because I had to get to school and he had to do work later, and he finally fixed the car, but it was way too late for me to go to school. But he finally fixed the car and he just sat there for a minute and he turned off the music, and I was like, "Uh-oh, what's wrong? What is going on?" And so I looked at him and I'm like, "Are you okay?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm fine. What do you mean? I'm just a little upset. The car broke down."
Yeah.
And so I'm like, "You turned the music off." And I was on the brink of tears because I was like, "Did I do something wrong?
What's happening?"
Going on?
Yeah.
That's how you know somebody's got something to say in our cars. If the music gets turned down, it's like,
Oof.
what? What's on your mind?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Nothing? Oh, crank it back up then.
Yeah. Mom freaks me out when she does that, because it's either if the music's off, she's either in a bad mood, I did something wrong, or she needs just a moment of silence, and I can never tell which one of the three it is, because my mom has the hardest RBF face. I hate to say it.
That RBF stands for resting bliss face, just in case
Yes.
anyone wants to know. I also relax my smile quite often and furrow my brow, and that's just because that's my relaxed face.
My mom says I have, what did she say? RSF, resting scowl face. Because whenever I'm relaxed or I'm focused, I look like I'm angry. Like
Yeah,
my
yeah.
eyebrows go in, and I'm like,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
Um,
That's my thinking face.
yeah. And I do that just naturally though.
Me too.
Like if I'm in a big crowd, like my friends will like kind of just move away from me.
They're
I'm
like, what's happening with you?
Yeah. 'Cause-
I must have that too. So everybody's like, you kind of seem angry or.
Your stature is,
you seem like an angry person.
yeah, your stature is very off-putting sometimes. Like, not off-putting, that's not the right word.
Protective, I feel like.
Yeah, like brooding almost. You're
Yeah,
almost
yeah.
like, you know what I mean? Like you're
I
always.
feel like
I'm in deep contemplation.
Yeah, but I mean, our faces all have subtitles. There's not one of us that our face
yeah.
doesn't tell a story about what's happening inside of us.
see, in my head, I'll be thinking, "Oh, I actually love this conversation I'm having. I'm having such a great time." And I'll look like the angriest person ever.
Yeah, me too.
But then,
It's because you're processing.
yeah.
Yeah.
But then also, if I'm like, "Oh, I hate this conversation. I hope they can't tell." It's like you can tell if I'm actually not enjoying a conversation because my face will go from like scrunched up like this to like, ugh.
I sometimes feel like this is a problem I have. I check out. Like if somebody is talking to me and I'm not interested, I will. My brain will be like, "Oh, we're done," and then it goes on to something else, and I'm like, I know they can literally watch me check out. Like, stop doing that.
See, if I like zone out or check out, my mind's not wandering places. It's going, what are they talking about? I can't hear what you're saying when you move your hands like that. What are you doing?
So I do the same thing. You have a conversation with yourself inside your brain while this person's talking to you, and then they ask you a question, and you're like,
Lord help me. What did they say?
you're
Or
like,
just smile and nod. Just smile. Yeah. What did you
I'm
say?
and sometimes I just say, "I'm sorry, I wasn't listening." Which is terrible.
You just hear mumbling, and then all of a sudden you're like, huh? Oh, that was a question.
It's like the Peanuts, like when they have like when the teachers talk.
Yeah.
And it's like the
Yeah, it's like that.
Gosh.
And I don't think it's it's not intentional. Like I care about what people say to me, but my brain it's like my brain has to process 17 things at one time in order to be fully functional.
Things like small talk are hard to maintain.
Oh my goodness, for sure.
Interesting. Like
Yeah,
you can only talk about the weather so much.
Yes.
And like, you know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Well, and for me, like, it's even harder because people, "Oh, did you see this? Did you see that?" No, I didn't. I don't watch TV. I don't have Facebook. So I'm literally like Stone Age over here. I know nothing. So when
That's the way I like it.
they're asking me, like, "Did you hear about this?" Nope, I didn't. So the other day I was like, "Corey, are there any current events that I need to know anything about? Because I don't, like, I feel like I need to find a news source." So if any of you listening have a good, solid news source, I'm interested in the goings on of things, but I want like legit stuff. I don't want false things. I don't need some crazy whacked out narrative. And I also do not I don't fall into the fear category. There's nothing happening around me that is going to scare me to do anything.
I feel like that too, because like,
I know who the Father is.
exactly. It's like you see all these bad things happening. I'm like, well, that's not gonna happen to me. I got the Lord with me, so
Right. Well,
I'm good.
even if it did happen to you, it's part of His plan. So we just
Yeah.
accept that. And like I'm not afraid because God has a plan for this world, and the Bible speaks to, things are going to get worse before they get better.
See, I'm afraid of irrational things. Like if there's a big like war going on, I'm like, okay, whatever. But if it's like, does my outfit look okay? I freak out. And
Yeah, that's legit.
Yeah.
That's it. Like I'm not afraid of. Like I know who the Father is, and I will pray, and I will be consistent with that, and I'm not scared. Like you said, if if war happens, then I'm going to pray about it. I'm going to pray for the leaders. I'm going to pray for the people. I'm going to pray, and I'm not going to be afraid of it. But if I have to like call and talk to somebody and their tone is a little rough, then I'm like, I don't want to call them anymore.
And
It's silly, right?
it makes
So
me
silly.
so nervous when I'm on. There's this guy at my school, okay?
Uh-huh.
And he knows everything about everyone. And he started an Instagram page called Corona Confessions, where like people would write like random things
Stuff.
that they had on their mind. And so he called me up one day, and he's like, "Did you hear about this? This thing happened. Did you hear about it?" I'm like, "No." And then his voice got all, "Well, why didn't you hear about it? Like, what are you, under a rock or something?" And I thought he was mad at me. And I started freaking out. I was like, "No, I just don't have Instagram. Like, I don't know these things." And I got so nervous. And I never wanted to call him again because he sounded mad at me. And then the next day I go to school, and he's like, "Oh my gosh, did you hear about this?" And I was like, "He's going to get mad at me again." And I told him no, and he was perfectly fine with it.
So you
was
just
like-
heard it
Was
different.
I freaking out over nothing?
Yeah, because we fear, you're right, irrational things, like things that we should be afraid of are like, no, God's got it. But like the things we shouldn't be afraid of, we can't be like, God, can you please help? And I'm getting there, like I'm learning, and now I'm asking him, like I have to make this phone call and it is hard. I have to talk to this person and it is hard. Can you please just be with me? And Holy Spirit, guide my words and don't, because I'm the person that like, is awkward.
me too.
I'm so awkward, and I don't mean to be, but like socially, I'm awkward.
I have the same conversation with everybody. I'm not even joking. Last year, in band, we didn't have like chair placements, so I sat next to this one girl that I was friends with, and every single morning it was, "My goodness, I hope we don't go outside today. Yeah, if we go outside today, I'm gonna cry." It was like the
Every
same
single
every
day.
single morning. I didn't know what else to say, cause like, hey, I want to be friends with you, but I don't know what to say to you.
Yeah, I feel like that.
And if you don't start a conversation with me, I have a super hard time having a conversation with you. Because, like, to me, everybody looks like they're mad at me. Like, unless I know who you are and know, like, your facial expressions. Like, right now, if I didn't know you, I'd think you were mad at me. Because, like, you're over there and you're like, oh, yeah. Like, you're analyzing what I'm saying.
Yes.
And I understand that because I know you. If I didn't know you, it'd be like, oh, my goodness, did I say the wrong thing? She's mad at me. But normally I'm not afraid of that thing.
Right.
Like, I don't really care what people think about me.
No, but in a situation like we don't care what people think about us, but also we understand that we're a representative of God. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
We are a representative of God, and so the things we say matter, the things we do matter, our behavior matters. And like, I'm the weirdo that's like, have a good day, or they'll be like, thank you, and I'll be like, yeah, thank you too, but they didn't do anything. I don't know. It's like,
I have
just
my friend. I have this friend, and I'm gonna call her Marshall because I don't want to say her real name.
okay.
But, so she does this weird thing where she says "bless you" after
Okay.
everything. It started off with just sneezing, then it went to sneezing and coughing, and then just the other day, I walk up to her and I'm like, "Hey, Marshall," and then like I accidentally bumped into her and I dropped my bag, and she goes, "Bless you." I'm like, I dropped my bag, and she goes,
Sweet.
"Yeah, I'm sorry, it's habit now."
That's it. That's what happens. It's awkward. You probably don't get awkward, do you ever?
Not as often as you two.
You just said we're really awkward.
But I sometimes I will, like, we'll be at a restaurant or whatever, and they'll bring us our food and be like, have a good dinner, enjoy your dinner. I'll be like, oh, you too. Like, oh,
Yep.
never mind, you're not
Yeah.
eating, you're
Not
working.
eating. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
It's fun. Yeah. I don't know. It's.
I do this weird thing with my teachers, where, like, we'll just be talking, and it's like, I have this one teacher. He talks forever, and like after class, I stay after class because like I want to beat the line at lunch, so I wait until like everybody's gone.
Yeah.
So I sit in the classroom for a minute, just gathering my stuff. And one day I was walking out of the classroom, and he starts a conversation with me, and he's like, "Hey, how do you understand like this? I want to get it from a student's point of view." So I was explaining it to him and he goes, "Yeah, thanks for your input." And I go, "Yeah, thank you too." He didn't say anything to me.
He just asked.
He asked me for my explanation, and I thanked him for asking, I guess.
I think it's habit. Like I work a drive-through, right? So everybody that places an order, at the end of the order, I say, would you like any Arby horsey or ketchup? That's literally what I say. It's what I say 150,000 times. So when somebody orders a shake, I say, would you like any Arby horsey or ketchup? And I had a customer the other day that said, and I'm like,
Why would I want ketchup in my shake?
before I even got to the apology because I'm a ding dong, he was like, I just ordered a shake. I was like, oh yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. See you at the window. You know what I mean? But it's like dumb. It's just dumb things. And then he probably doesn't care. Like, it's no big deal. To me, I'm like, for an hour, like, I can't believe I said that. Yes! Why am I such a weirdo? Why do we do these things? It's really dumb. It's really dumb.
I did this thing the other day, and I sit next to this one guy in my second hour, and then in my third hour, I sit right next to him again.
Okay.
And so in my second hour, I sneezed, and I looked over and I said, I'm sorry, just out of habit. Because, like, normally when I sneeze on people because I'm facing them.
Okay.
And so I turned away and I sneezed and I go, I'm sorry. And I wasn't talking to him. I don't talk to him. We just sit there in silence and do our work.
Okay.
But I said, I'm sorry, and he goes, it's okay. I'm like, okay, thank you.
Why would I say I'm sorry? I know.
Yeah.
It's
And
funny.
So then in third hour, I sat on the edge of my chair because I didn't want to be next
Because you're
to him.
embarrassed because you said you were
I
sorry
was
for
so
sneezing.
embarrassed.
We gotta get it together, Lily.
Oh,
We gotta be more like Corey.
yeah. Teach us your ways.
Yeah.
I just play chess with everything in my brain.
Chess?
Yep.
Oh my
Quick.
goodness.
You're so quick on it though. Like it takes me a minute to process. I have to process
Well,
everything.
there's a lot of people who play chess really quickly. Like, there's a kid in my class who's
that
like,
plays it quick.
he's a master of chess. It amazes me, honestly. It freaks
It's
me
more
out.
like I use play chess as like a metaphor, but it's basically that.
Strategic.
You just strategic.
Yeah.
Like everything I say is said with purpose. It's not just me talking.
Yeah. Corey is a
everything-
very quiet person.
And everything I do is with purpose.
Yeah.
Like, I don't go to the store and wander around. I'm at the store for minutes. I go in, I get what I need, and I'm out.
Yeah. I order online because I don't want to go wandering aimlessly.
I hate going to the store and not knowing what I'm there for.
Okay.
And, like, so when Mom goes to the store with me, she takes me to the store and she won't tell me what we're there for, I freak out. Because, like, I don't want to be in there more than I have to be. And
Yeah.
so, like, we're walking around and I'm like, what are we looking for? What are we looking for? What are we looking for? But then when I go in with my dad is, like, the same mindset as me. So we go in and he's like, okay, we're looking for this, 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 and this. You go search for this. I'll go get this.
You have
go
an
get
agenda.
that.
You have a grocery store agenda.
Yeah.
I like
and
it.
So he's on one side of the store and I'm like a couple aisles over, and I go and I grab the stuff and we get out in minutes. But then when I'm with my mom, it's like a waiting game. And then she finds somebody that she knows because she knows everybody, and it's like
So
we're there for an
okay,
hour.
but that's probably good for you then, because it's good. It's good to be stretched and be a little bit uncomfortable, because
that's where God wants us.
and that's where we grow.
Yeah.
So maybe, I mean, not that it's awesome, because I'm the person that is like, okay, I have to stop in these 3 places, and I'm going to strategically, I've mapped my route, and then somebody will call me and be like, can you stop and get this? And then it's literally, now I have to reconfigure my whole route, and my whole day is ruined, and I hate everything. But then I have to be like, I have to remember Jesus, the biggest thing about Jesus' ministry on earth is he was interruptible the whole time, always. No matter what. Yeah, he had a mission, but he was always interruptible. So I really work hard to try and be that way. But man, oh man, is it uncomfortable.
I just add it to the end of my list. Like,
No, I can't do that.
if I have to be in, like, the store, for example, if I have to be on one side of the store and, like, work my way this way to the right, my right, then I'll do that. But if somebody says, hey, I need this, can you go grab that? I'm like, okay. So then I finish my map, and then I go all the way back to the other end of the store to grab what they asked for.
It drives me nuts. That drives me insane.
No,
Really?
that would mess with my strategy too.
It would drive me insane.
I have a strategy and a plan for
Yeah.
everything.
Yes.
Unless I pass directly by it, I won't stop for it.
And I'm like, I get distracted a lot because half the time, if I'm alone, I'm probably praying. And so I'll just be like, dee, 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 dee. I'm talking to God and doing my thing, and then I'll forget something, so then I have to go back. But I can't move forward until I've gone back. So I have to go. I have to go back first, and then I can move forward. Like, it's weird how our brains are wired and weird. God is really cool because He created us all weird and
Yeah.
wax.
If I'm closer to one thing, if I'm closer to the forward than I am to the back, I'll go forward. But if I'm closer to the back than I am to the forward, I'll go back.
Okay. I have to go back first. I can't.
It's like you said. I'm always like, right now I'm talking to God. Like,
Yeah,
like, what do
yeah.
I say? How do I connect that to you? Like,
Yeah,
how do
yeah,
I
yeah.
connect my thoughts and thinking to what
all
you're
the
trying
time.
to say?
All the time. It's
I do that in the store too, because I don't mean to be mean to people, but I'm human. So the first thing I do when I see people is I judge them.
Okay.
I don't judge them. I analyze them. I'm like, oh, their shoes are a bit raggedy. Well, maybe they didn't have money to pay for them. Oh, they're wearing the same hoodie every single day in a row. Well, maybe they wash it every single night.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
you don't know what's going on.
We talked about that because we used to, Corey and I, we would go out to dinner. That was like our favorite thing in the world to do. And we would always people watch, and we would watch people, and we would judge them and we would assume their life based on the judgments that we made. And when we got saved and we were trying, and we know that we have to love everyone. So when we people watch, we were like, what if instead of like judging them, we say, I wonder what their story is, and like what can God do for them? How can we be different for them? Because really, it's what we do.
Yeah,
And
I make a story in my head.
It's a separation of. I think it separates people. That's what separates people is we have preconceived notions of what everybody is. Like I seen this video and there was this lady and she's in this like bakery and this little kid is throwing a fit and she's like, come on, just pick something, and this little kid's throwing a fit and there's people standing by and they're like, I wouldn't get him anything the way he's acting. And then the video says 2 hours earlier, and it was like a caseworker talking to this woman saying, you're like his fifth home in the last 3 months, and he's had a really hard time adjusting, and he's had all these things. And so like it shows you a perspective that that we don't see on our own. We always assume
You don't know a story.
you don't.
There's always a story.
You don't know anybody's story. You don't know, you don't know what happened that day. You only know what you see and what you judge based upon. So, like, it's not easy, I don't think, at all to not judge people or to not make assumptions or to
hard
not,
not to.
you know what I mean? Especially sometimes when you even talk to them and they say something to you that is like, it hurts you or is cross with you or is just rude. Some people are just rude, but if you don't know them, like, they might not be being rude. I've been with Corey like 17 years or something like that. And sometimes he says things to me and I'm like, why are you being rude? And he's like, I'm not being rude. You know what I mean? But and it's like that. And so let's swing it back around because that's what church has showed me.
Yeah,
That-
I was just about to say that.
Look at that. Look
Oh
at
my
how we did
goodness.
that.
We're connected.
good. We're good. And we swung it all the way back around to church because that's why church is necessary.
Absolutely.
Because people, you get to know people, you create relationships with people, you build relationships with people.
You learn to people.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
learn and you learn to love people in a way that you've never loved people before. Like despite everything. Like the minute and that's why like people they're like, I don't need church, I don't want to go to church, I don't want to do whatever. Like there's a part of the body of Christ, which is what we are, that you need. We need each other.
Absolutely.
And like you get that from church. I mean, we could talk for years about what all you get from church, and this is where God rests His feet.
Yeah.
Church is amazing, but like the people aspect of it is what has taught me, and we talk about it. Corey and I talk about it often. The quality of our relationship with people, and the difference that it is. We've had and known a lot of people in our life, and I would say we care about them a lot, most of whatever, but we really don't, we don't spend that much time with anybody else anymore. And like, it's just different. We're all, it may not be like, I mean, your mom and I consider your mom, like one of the best friends I've ever had. And it's not because she makes me good cookies or she tells me everything I want to hear. It's because
that's definitely not it.
it's because she's my battle buddy. You know what I mean? We
Yeah.
pray together. We know what we are doing, and we hold each other accountable. You know what I mean? And it's like I don't even know how to explain the difference in the relationship in how it is. But the reality of it is you people different.
Absolutely.
You people
Yeah.
different now. And church is like we build each other up, we help each other out, we see each other when we're down, we recognize that, we pray for each other, we know that this life can be hard. We know that the world can be overwhelming and life can be overwhelming, but we share a common Jesus.
Yeah.
We're brothers and sisters, and like church is we always say it's a hospital for the sick and broken, or whatever, like, but a shelter. It's a shelter. It's a safe place.
Yeah. And sorry.
No, you're good.
But sometimes I feel like when you walk into a new church, it's like, oh my goodness, everybody has it together here. Because it doesn't really feel like a hospital, like a place for the sick and broken.
Yeah.
Because everybody seems like they have it perfect.
Yeah.
But when you come to places, I feel like here it's different. Because you walk in and it's like, what's going on? Like, nobody has it together. But they're okay with it.
I don't know if we want to hear that.
Well, I just feel like it's because like
I know what you mean. When you walk in, there isn't a lot of what's the right word? Pious. It's I know what you mean. It's not like, what is the word?
a dollhouse.
Kind of like everything has to be the way it has to be. Everything is perfect. This happens. This. I mean, church starts at the same time, but you know what I mean. God moves. God moves. That's what it is.
It's different every week.
And we're welcoming to everybody, and it's not like, it doesn't matter who you are, where you came from.
Yeah.
What matters is that you're here.
We're a church of the one,
Yeah.
not the 99.
Yeah.
We are a church full of the one.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And that's what I mean. Like, I can't think of what I'm. So I think about this. So, Jesus, when he went to the temple, and it was a marketplace. You know what I mean? He did all these things, and he was like, "What are you doing?" And he got mad, and and flipped the tables. Like, this is God's house. This is the Lord's house. What are you doing?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's not about how we're dressed. It's not about what kind of songs we're singing. It's not about how. I don't want to say it's not about how great the message is, because it is, but it's about God. It's about coming here and meeting God just as you are. So if you've never been to a church and you walk in here and you sit down in church, you should never feel uncomfortable, because the Holy Spirit is so present, and God is you know, he is there waiting for you, you know, and he has something for you. That's why you're at that. That's why you're at church. You shouldn't feel uncomfortable, and you shouldn't be, rules and stringent things, and, you know, the law is abolished. Not that there has to be order, you know, clearly. It can't be full on chaos, and there has to be reverence.
I don't know if the word you're looking for, but like the mask. It's like
yeah.
it's like a mask.
It
Like where you
is.
walk in and everything's perfect and nobody has problems and everybody's perfect. And
Yeah.
Everybody looks the same and dresses
yeah,
the same.
and that's just not how it
And
is.
says
and
the
it's
same
not how it is
thing,
here.
and-
Yeah.
There's a video I saw the other day where it's like the sound behind it is like, "Hi, I'm Gibby," and she doesn't speak English. "I'm still Gibby," and the captions up top said, "Hi, I'm Christian." "Well, you don't look Christian. You don't dress Christian. How are you Christian?" Just because I don't look Christian, or I should act Christian, of course, but
Yeah.
if I don't look Christian or I don't seem like a Christian because I always look angry, I'm still a Christian.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, it doesn't matter how I look. It doesn't matter how, like, I dress. It matters how I act, mostly.
Yeah.
It matters how I connect with the Lord. Like,
Yeah, absolutely. And also, but that goes for everybody else too. So like we hear sometimes, I've done too many bad things. Like you said earlier, your friend said that.
Yeah.
Like that's not the God we serve.
exactly.
That's not the God we serve.
He loves us
He loves
with
us.
those imperfections.
Absolutely. And he knows us intricately. First off,
Yeah.
he created us. Second off, he went before us, so he already knew.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he knew. He
Yeah.
knows. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. He's coming for us. And he loves us. And that's what I think church is, and it should be. Like a open arms. Come on in.
Yes.
Come on in. And you're going to be accepted no matter who, what, where.
Mm-hmm. But there's another thing that goes for that too. Like, speaking for the opposite side here, I saw this video, and my dad was talking about it too. When you walk into like the sanctuary of a church, you know how it's kind of more risen in the front, like you got that step up.
Yeah.
A lot of people say like that makes them feel like they're being looked down upon.
Oh, okay.
Because they're the pastors higher up, and it feels that way. They're more
Yeah.
they're above them in some kind of way,
Yeah.
which when you're spreading the word, I understand that, because like pastors give you the word, then you spread the word, and it's kind of like it comes in that way. But when you're looking at just being human, the pastors aren't above anybody.
No.
They're
No.
just there to spread the word.
Yeah.
That's just their spiritual gift.
Yeah.
But having that podium up at the front, it feels like they're above you because they're above you physically.
Okay. Yeah.
And that's why I feel like in a lot of places where they can't build churches, it's a lot more, like, it's small, it's got maybe like 2 or 3 people, like logs for pews. Those feel more like a church.
Intimate.
And-
It's more intimate that way.
Exactly.
Yeah, because I think that you touched on it, that the building itself can be intimidating.
Exactly.
Intimidating. But like
Well, the people are the church.
yes.
We're just in a building for the church.
Yes, absolutely. Yes.
And I feel like that's one of the things that makes it more intimidating, because it's more confined. So it's like,
in there.
okay, so this is the holy place. I can't take that away, you know?
Yeah.
Because sometimes that's what it feels like, even with me. Because, like, I come into church and it's like, wow, I got a great message today. But I don't want to take it with me, because what if somebody else doesn't accept it? Or, like, it's meant for the church. But then I think back and I'm like, I am the church.
Yes.
What am I doing?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and we're meant to share. We need to share.
Yeah.
And that's it. But also we need help people feel comfortable in church.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
It's like, I just had the perfect thing in my brain and I completely forgot about it.
Couldn't have been too perfect then.
No, it was perfect. Can you, like, repeat what you just said? Something about,
We have to help people be comfortable?
it was right before that.
Oh, I don't remember.
Oh my
That's
gosh.
gone. Are you kidding?
it was talking about saying something to people. I remember now. Okay. So a lot of my friends aren't Christians.
Yeah.
Or they're like, I have this one friend who's an atheist.
Okay.
And trying to push God into our conversations is so hard. Because I get these amazing lessons from church and everything, and then I go and I'm like, hey, did you know, like, Jesus loves you? And I was actually shocked one day when she told me that she was an atheist. Because I was like, what? And she's like, yeah, I don't believe in God. And I'm like, okay, so what do you believe in? Like, do you believe in the Big Bang Theory, evolution? Like, what do you believe in?
The definition of atheism is the belief in nothing.
Yeah. How can
Literally
everything come from nothing? And I used a reference that Pastor gave me. Ray Comfort. I used one of his things. Okay. So a painting is the creation, like, is evidence of a painter. A painting can't paint itself. A building is evidence of a builder. A building can't build itself. So how can the world come from nothing?
Right.
What built the world? And I guess there's a slight, like, maybe 0.001% chance that God could have made the world out of atoms, because he could have just gone and, like, boom, Big Bang Theory. But I highly, highly doubt that. There is, like, 0.00001% chance he did it like that.
You got knowledge,
There
Corey?
is zero scientific evidence that nothing has come from nothing, or that anything has come from nothing.
Exactly.
Well, and so going back to that, atheists believe
Life comes from life.
this is confusing to me. Atheists, they have a belief in nothing. But how can you have a belief in nothing if you
Believe in nothing?
believe in nothing?
It's a contradictory.
I don't know.
And it bothers me so much when people talk about evolution. If we were evolved from apes, why are we not still evolving?
Yeah, I don't.
Why are
and
there
they-
still apes?
Exactly! Bro!
Look at you guys and all your
It's
wisdom.
so contradicting!
Oh,
And
well.
It's the same thing with, like, oh, the world's been around for 2 million years. No, it hasn't. Maybe
Well,
8,000.
And the thing, like, part of being the light and talking to other people sometimes is, I think, focusing your conversation, not that you're right, but that you respect their opinion, but
Yeah.
you
And
believe a different way.
And it's so hard not to get angry, too.
Oh, I don't get angry.
I get angry so
You
easily.
and Corey are be the same, because if Corey's wrong, he's going to argue with you. We discussed this last night at our Bible study, actually, that you and Corey are alike in this manner, that you
Really?
both will be wrong and know that you're wrong, but will still argue like you're right.
What?
Guilty.
Yeah, guilty.
I'm guilty.
All right, anyway, this has been super fun. Thank you, Lily, for coming again.
Oh, I loved it.
It's always
Anytime.
enjoyable.
Don't tell me what we talk about, because then I'll freak out. But
Yeah,
if
too
I
much
have no
stress put on it,
idea.
right?
Too much stress, because, like, I want to, like, study and, like, oh, we're talking about this. I did this with anointing, actually, the last time I was here with the
Yeah.
anointing stuff. Because I was like, oh, I'm going to do a podcast with Dawn. Let's go. Dawn and Corey, woohoo. And then I procrastinating doing my studying
Yeah.
until literally 5 minutes before we left the house.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not even kidding. I sat on the kitchen table and I was like, oh, anointing means this. Oh, this word means this. And I was freaking out. I was doing it on the car ride here, too. And I was like, I got to do my studying. Oh, my gosh. I was
It's
freaking
not
out.
that. It's not like that. This is meant to be enjoyable, informational, and really that's it. Like this is our fun time.
Yeah.
Fun time.
This is
So-
this is a
This
fun
is-
time.
Yeah.
This is a date night for us.
Yeah, it's date night. So,
Third wheel.
so anyway, if like I said last time, if anyone else ever wants to be a guest, I think we can have two guests, maybe more.
Yep.
Don't hesitate. If you got something to say, let's talk about it. Let's talk it out. It's fun. So, have a good week and have a Merry Christmas, and we will talk soon.
Dios te bendiga.